Hi, welcome to In Between Thoughts. Today we're going to talk about something that I think a lot of people experience, but sometimes feel guilty admitting wanting to go back to your ex. And honestly, I do not think people talk enough about how confusing that feeling can be. Because sometimes you know exactly why things ended. You remember the arguments, you remember the hurt, you remember the reasons you walked away. You remember the nights you cried. You remember the moments where you felt unappreciated, unheard, disconnected, or unhappy. You remember all of it, and yet somehow, a part of you still wants them back. And I think that can make people feel really confused because you start thinking, why do I miss someone who hurt me? Why do I want someone back when I know things were not working? What's wrong with me? And honestly, I do not think there is anything wrong with you because sometimes you are not missing the person as much as you're missing what they represented. You're missing familiarity, you're missing comfort, you're missing routine, you're missing having someone there, you're missing the feeling of texting someone throughout the day, you're missing sharing things with someone, you're missing knowing there was somebody you could go to. Because when someone has been part of your life for a long time, they slowly become part of your everyday world. They're part of your habits, your routine, your comfort, your safety. And when they're gone, it can feel like someone suddenly removed something your life became used to having. And humans naturally seek comfort. Humans naturally want familiarity, even when familiarity hurts us sometimes. Because familiar pain can strangely feel safer than unfamiliar uncertainty. And I think that's something people rarely talk about. Sometimes people go back because loneliness feels uncomfortable. Sometimes people go back because starting over feels terrifying. Sometimes people go back because trusting someone new feels exhausting. Because trusting someone means being vulnerable again. It means opening up again. It means risking disappointment again. It means risking heartbreak again. And after getting hurt, I think a lot of people quietly tell themselves, maybe I would rather go back to what I know, because at least I know what to expect, even if it hurt, even if it was unhealthy, even if I was unhappy, because uncertainty can feel scarier. And I think another difficult thing happens too. Time has a strange way of softening memories. You start remembering the late night conversations, the laughs, the inside jokes, the comfort, the good moments, and slowly your mind starts pushing painful moments into the background. Not because the pain never happened, but because your mind naturally wants comfort. And suddenly you start thinking, maybe it was not that bad, maybe things could work this time, maybe I should go back. And sometimes people do grow, sometimes people do change, sometimes things genuinely can be different. But I think before going back, people should ask themselves something important. Do I miss them? Or do I miss feeling less alone? Do I miss them? Or do I miss familiarity? Do I miss them? Or do I miss having someone there? Because there is a difference. Because loneliness can make us romanticize people. Pain can make us forget things. Missing someone can make us remember only the beautiful parts. And sometimes what you're grieving is not even the person. Sometimes you're grieving the future you imagined with them, the plans, the memories you thought you would make, the version of life you pictured, and that's painful too. But if you've been missing someone lately, I want you to hear this. Missing someone does not always mean they belong back in your life. Sometimes missing someone simply means they mattered, and those are not always the same thing. I'll see you in the next In Between Thoughts.